All right, welcome to Cloud on Air, live webinars from Google Cloud. We're hosting webinars every Tuesday. My name is Tyler alongside Roche, and today we're going to be talking about G Suite meeting solutions. Just a reminder, you can ask questions anytime on the platform, and we have Googlers on standby to answer them. So let's get started. I think one caveat as we start is this is going to be a pretty high-level introductory overview to G Suite meeting solutions, so feel free to ask questions if you'd like a deep dive, or we're happy to shoot us a note. We can set up a separate session for you. All right, so I guess to set the stage and talk about context a little bit as to why are we here. When we talk to a lot of customers today, we see that they're really having trouble communicate across departments and different teams. You know, if you think more and more folks are working from different cities or different countries, it's getting increasingly common for people to work from home once in a while. Or even if you're on a business trip, it makes sense that you want to be able to connect with the rest of your team and get things done, not just be focused on kind of the travel and separate part of the trip. One interesting stat is 50% of the workforce may be working remotely in some capacity by 2020, according to a Fast Company article. And it's not just Google or our customers who see this, but if you survey kind of a broader group of managers or IT or different analysts, they're seeing the same trends. And a lot of folks are worried. One of the biggest obstacles they face today is how do you communicate across departments? So how do you get your marketing team to talk to your product team or to your sales team? And are today's technologies and tools keeping pace with that? And so I'll go into kind of our detailed solutions in a minute, but this is kind of those problems that lots of companies are facing is the approach we're trying to take with G Suite. How do we empower teams and people to do their most impactful work? And so two principles we think about with that are, one, how can you make things together? So how can our tools help you collaborate with others? But while not sacrificing on speed, how can you make things fast so your tools kind of get out of the way and help you collaborate in a way you're used to, not kind of inventing a whole new process? And so that's where our UCaaS, or Unified Communications offerings, come into play. So I'll do a brief intro on each of these in case you're new to G Suite or you haven't heard of these before. But all of them, our goal is to help customers communicate with colleagues, customers, and partners from anywhere to get things done. So a brief intro, Hangouts Meet in the top left, that's our video conferencing app, so basically effective video meetings from anywhere. Hangouts Chat, that's our team chat and direct message tool and platform. Google Voice, we won't go into as deep today, but that's for kind of telephony and communicating with other colleagues. Hiroshi and I will talk a little bit later about our hardware offerings as well. At the bottom there's Hangouts Meet hardware, so that's kind of dedicated video conferencing equipment to get a great room with reliable sound and video. And finally, Jamboard, if you're interested in digital whiteboarding, how do people from different locations work together seamlessly? So I'm going to give a brief overview, talk about chat, and then pass it over to Hiroshi. But overall principles, why you'd want to use these kind of tools. One is it can really transform or change the way you work. Before, for example, if you needed, for a project, 3 review cycles, you might be able to cut that to 1 or 2 if you're able to just jump on a video conference or solve something over chat quickly. Another is these tools are actually deeply integrated into G Suite, so you're not having to learn a whole new system. These things work with your existing Gmail or calendar or with your kind of docs and file storage like Drive. Thirdly, they're built for the enterprise, so for large customers. Most of these products are available globally across a bunch of countries. We have really high standards for security and reliability. And then finally, you can try them at no additional cost, right? So they come with your existing G Suite subscription. So we think it's really compelling to help your teams collaborate and communicate in a different way. So like I mentioned, I'm going to go over briefly chat. So there's 3 components we think about what Hangouts Chat can offer for customers. One is pretty self-explanatory, direct messages. So you can kind of ping or message anybody just to get a quick answer to something. But there's also dedicated rooms. You can think of them as spaces for certain topics or certain teams to communicate and get things done. And then finally, thinking about the bot platform and integrations. So in addition to chat, can you add more functionality or kind of workflows and use cases as you're kind of communicating with others to get things done? So here's a kind of screenshot or GIF of what chat looks like. I'll do a brief walkthrough if you haven't tried it before. On the left-hand side, that's where you can see things organized by either rooms or people. So this is what a lot of our customers, kind of their home base for the day, every day, where you can ping a person to get an answer to something, or there's these specific project or topic rooms. So for example, there's a marketing room where you can discuss things with the rest of the marketing team, or you can jump in a sales and marketing room to get a broader set of people. So that's kind of how it's organized. And the core content what you're seeing is just a deep dive into one room. It's called Marketing Room. What's interesting about this is it's organized by threads, almost like you'd be used to in Gmail. So you can have, within one room, separate topics, so it's very easy to kind of scan different information and find the answer what you need quickly. I alluded to this earlier, but there's also a bot platform, which has some really interesting integrations, so you can do more than just chatting with people. For example here, on the left-hand side, you can see how you might, within chat, just create a support ticket and assign it to somebody without needing to open that app separately. Similarly, chat's great for sharing files. So there's a Box integration, so you can quickly share your Q4 roadmap that was stored within Box. Or finally, here's an example where if you want to jump onto an audio conference with Ring Central, you can do so right within the chat interface. I mentioned this earlier, but all these features in chat are globally available at no additional cost. So we're localized in 28 languages currently. You can support up to 8,000 people in a chat room, which is, I think, more than you'd ever need, or else it might get distracting. There's kind of a full screen web experience, but also dedicated apps for Android, iOS, and even Mac and Windows clients as well. And Google's always been a big believer in accessibility, so we have screen reader support across kind of a range of platforms today. So I really feel like any team can adopt this right when they start kind of implementing chat. So that was a brief kind of high-level overview and chat deep dive. Now I'm going to pass it over to Roche to talk more about actual meeting solutions.
Thanks, Tyler.
Yep.
So we heard about Hangout Chat, which is our enterprise collaboration tool. Now let's talk about Meet, which is our video conferencing solution for G Suite customers. A couple of ideas that Meet is built on is that it's easy to join, high quality video and audio, and you can join it from any device, such as web browser, meeting room, mobile app, that it's rich with features, and so on. Meet launched in 2017, and in 2018 we made huge strides to make it more enterprise and to cover more use cases. So some reasons why you should consider adopting Meet in your organization are, now you have even larger meetings than before. That means up to 100 full participants, so anybody can speak, anybody can share and present, and you can stream a meeting up to 100,000 viewers. And I'll go into more details on each of these later on. Second is interoperability. So we know that a lot of our customers have existing VC hardware in place, and they don't want to give up that investment if they switch to a new meeting solution. So that's where interoperability between Meet and other solutions comes into place. And then third is G Suite integration. So the biggest value of using G Suite tools with other G Suite products that you already have is business processes that are built in and flow seamlessly from one application to another. So larger meetings. I said 100 full participants, which is going to cover most of your collaboration use cases. If you have more than 100 people speaking in a meeting, maybe you should schedule an offsite. But if you're looking to connect with people from all around the world, global offices, schedule a town hall, even stream like a conference, that's where live streaming can help you. It supports up to 100,000 viewers through our YouTube video infrastructure, but with security and SLA of the G Suite Enterprise SLA. It's very easy to set up. You don't need IT to intervene here. You just go to calendar, you schedule a normal meeting, and you just turn on a live stream for it. It's as easy as that. Then you have to share the live stream link with the attendees, and that's it. When it comes to interoperability, think about Cisco, Polycom devices that you see all around your organization. And then currently, before they would not be able to join a Meet meeting. That means that if you want to standardize a Meet, you would have to slowly replace those. We're talking about thousands of dollars in lost investment. Now with our partnership with Pexip, you can actually connect all of these units, including Skype for Business as well, into a Meet meeting. And that's not just good for your organization, it's also if you have third-party partners on Cisco's and Polycom's or Skype for Business, they can join a Meet meeting that you set up through the same system without even having to change how they use this hardware. And then integration across G Suite. So one thing as we develop these tools, we think about how do we enable the whole lifecycle of a meeting, not just actually the conversation. So how do you prepare? How do you join a meeting? How do you start? How do you make it more effective? So working together with G Suite solutions, we looked at each of these areas. So for preparing, for example, smart scheduling is very, very reliant on Calendar and on Hangouts chat. In Calendar, when you schedule, you need to select a room, but a lot of times you don't know the size of the room, what kind of equipment does it have, what floor, how many people does it sit. So Calendar has these auto-suggestion capabilities where we actually tell you this is the closest room to you or the room you booked. This is for enough people in that office. So you don't have to really think about these details. Second one is, Tyler was talking about chat. So sometimes you want to chat with people around something and then you realize that each message is actually making the situation more confusing. So you want to escalate it into a video conference because sometimes it's easier to get to a conclusion that way. So we have something called MeetBot that's going to help schedule a call, find the right time between everybody who participates in this chat and put it on your calendar. So you don't even have to think and go back between the tools when to schedule and what's the people's availability. In terms of engagement during a meeting, if you used Meet before, you had only one layout. You could see the speaker or you could see the presentation. That's something that's going to change beginning of next year, where we are introducing adaptive layouts. The whole idea is that we know what kind of meeting that is. Is somebody presenting and who's presenting? So we should show the presentation and the speaker. Is there a presentation and multiple people having a conversation? Then we're going to show both the deck and the people who are talking. If it's a bunch of you in a room just sharing a presentation on the screen, we won't show any presenters at all. It's going to be just one huge focus on a presentation. So basically, we are using some basic machine learning models to make meetings more effective and engaging. In terms of assistance, we are looking to use a lot of our machine learning and voice commands that you know with Assistant, but also in the enterprise as well. So for customers with Hangouts Meet hardware, we are introducing voice actions. So, hey Google, start a meeting, or hey Google, take notes, or hey Google, book this room for another 30 minutes if it's free. The second thing is integration with Docs, which transforms Docs from a powerful document editing tool into the best meeting note-taking tool. So that's how you can track your agenda, your action items, and take notes. This helps meeting more productive and get everybody start the next meeting faster and more efficient. When it comes to brainstorming, you probably heard about Jamboard, which is our award-winning digital whiteboard. It enables remote teams to collaborate on an unstructured content, so drawing, getting in images, really trying to be creative and really coming together to bring new ideas without having to travel and without having to be in person. Jamboard is completely connected to your G Suite domain. You can share, you can continue, you can send them, you can actually export them and continue on where you're left off. We also have mobile and tablet applications for Jamboard, so you're not limited just to the actual physical device. And all of these solutions are built for enterprise. I think it's very important to emphasize that even with the live stream, larger meetings with Jamboard, it completely adheres to the Google G Suite SLA. So two-factor authentication, we control third-party access to meetings pretty strictly, and if you do not invite third-party people to your meetings, they're not going to be able to access, or if you do not allow access, they're not going to be able to be part of it. Completely certified for HIPAA, GDPR, ISO, SOC, and other standards that you would expect them to be. So to summarize a little bit, what Tyler and I were talking about is these tools are primarily the biggest value is that they transform how you work. They move mundane tasks from email or reduce time to join a meeting or make it easier for people to collaborate. And then they're deeply integrated into G Suite. So your business process or day-to-day habits actually this becomes part of your day-to-day habits and makes it much more streamlined to collaborate together. Built for enterprise, slide that I just mentioned, so security compliance and G Suite SLA. And then finally, these are free to anybody who's a G Suite customer, so no additional costs, and you don't need to have any point solutions that are going to cover any of these use cases. So how to start? What's next? We have a couple of starter guides for Hangouts Meet and Hangouts Chat that you can check out. And this is how you, both for admins and the end user. So if the admin wants to try out Meet or Chat in their organization, how to set it up, how to promote it. Second thing is, if you're a user and you have Meet and Chat enabled, how to start and where to actually go and how to learn more about using these solutions. And then if you need any more deep dive on our hardware offerings, on our software offerings, you can contact the meeting pod at this email, and they'll be happy to assist you with further information. And with that, stay tuned for live Q&A. We will be back in less than a minute.
All right, welcome back to Cloud on Air. We took a short break, but now we have some questions coming in. So we're going to answer these for you. So I'll kind of moderate, and I'll answer a few and pass some to Roche. So the first one, what are the benefits of an integrated video meeting tool versus a standalone one? Roche, do you want to speak to this?
Yeah, that's a great question. So like I said before, what we focus with Meet is supporting the whole life cycle of a meeting. So how you prepare, how you engage, how do you follow up, how do you make meetings more effective? And that's why the integrations with G Suite are very important. Think about note-taking, scheduling meetings, finding time, escalating from chat to Meet. So it's very important that all of these things save time on your day-to-day basis. With a standalone solution, you actually have to integrate that standalone solution into your existing ecosystem. First of all, that's costly, and it's actually you're never able to do it to the full extent that you actually need it. So standalone solution can be costlier. Maybe they satisfy a specific niche use case, and that's why you keep them. But the integrated ones definitely bring more value to the table.
Cool, thanks. The next two are related, I think a little more tactical, so I'll take a second one to give you the first one. So the first one is, how many attendees does Hangouts Meet support on a single call?
Right, so going back to the slides from before, 100 full participants, so people who can actually join, participate by speaking or presenting, and up to 100,000 viewers for live stream, so view-only mode.
Right. And relatedly, how many people can be in one chat thread at one time? I believe the number's currently at 8,000, so basically you can support really large teams, or essentially a whole organization communicating in one thread. Okay, the next question, is Hangouts Meet hardware necessary, or can I just use my laptop and phone? That's a good question. I'll take this one, but feel free to add more color if you want. So you can use Hangouts Meet just on your laptop or phone. It's free as a part of G Suite, and it works pretty well, especially if you're just taking a one-on-one meeting, your laptop can work great, or on the go in an airport, your phone is a really useful client. We found most customers, especially larger ones, really enjoy the dedicated room hardware, just to have a room that's always working and ready to go. You also do get a little bit higher quality of audio and video and visuals as it's dedicated for that purpose, whereas your smartphone or laptop is trying to do a lot of different things. So we really encourage it to help drive adoption and to have the highest quality meetings possible. Cool. Next question. Where can I learn more about Jamboard? A few things here. One, the email address we gave earlier in the slides, Meeting Room Pod. That'd be a great team to shoot a note to if you have specific questions. But also you can just Google the word Jamboard, and we have a lot of online resources and websites to help you learn more. There was a related question, is Jamboard free with a part of G Suite? The answer to this one's a bit twofold. The dedicated hardware is an additional cost, but you can actually download the mobile app or tablet app for free. So I'd encourage you to try that, play with it to see if you like it and want to learn more. Cool, next question. Are there tools or training for IT to help with adoption of Hangouts Meet and Chat? Hirosh, do you know more about that?
That's a good one. So if you refer to one of the previous slides, we do have some starter packs on how to start with Meet and how to start with Chat. So they do focus on the IT admin. They're going to show you how to enable it for your domain, how to roll it out. The best practice we've seen is to probably roll it out for a smaller subset of your domain. Maybe your IT organization, start adopting, start integrating with your third-party systems, and then roll it out from there.
Got it. That makes sense. And last question, do these features also apply to customers of G Suite for education? I know this presentation was more enterprise-focused. Hirosh, what do you think on that?
Yeah, it's a good question. So all of these features do apply to G Suite for education. For example, for Meet, we do have customers in education that are streaming classes live over Meet, and that completely transformed the way they do online education. Jamboard is something that's being used in education as well, and then customers who actually do have a lot of internal meetings on Meet, they actually use Hangouts Meet hardware as well for their meeting rooms.
All right. Well, thank you for sending your questions. Really appreciate it. That's all for today. Please tune in, I believe, next week for the next Cloud on Air.